Welcome back to From 9 to Mom.
where we discuss balancing the 9 to 5 hustle with the beautiful chaos that we call motherhood. And today is Halloween Day.
It's spooky season, as we call it. Everything's spooky right now in our house.
That's a really cute word to use. I would say my family is more of like horror and
Scary.
scary season.
Is
It's,
that all the time or just
let's be real, it's all the time. But
right?
my kids are really embracing the season and they're not liking the cutesy Hallow-
The
Halloween
demure
stuff.
Halloween.
Yeah,
I
we're not
will say
demure.
I will say like I've never really loved Halloween. I know you've always loved it, but Jack liking it this year is like making me and Ryan like it. Like we usually don't really care about Halloween. Like I put out fall decorations, not Halloween decorations, but like I want like we bought a skeleton.
I'm so proud of you.
We
Did
have
you
a
name the
spook.
skeleton?
Yeah, it's Mr. Bones.
I love. Oh yeah, Mr. Bones from
Mr.
Bones.
Bones.
The
Yes,
the
it's
song.
every skeleton is Mr. Bones in the whole thing. And I know like some of my close friends, you've seen the videos of we go on a walk every night. Our neighborhood is into Halloween, like into it. And it hasn't been this way, but usually like the weather right now up here is like hit and miss if it's like
Yes,
nice
which
enough
is
to go on a
nice
walk.
right now for you
And
guys.
we've been on a walk every night, and there is two houses in our neighborhood. Like this is what you want your house is like what I'm thinking. They have like the whole band. Like think of when you go into Lowe's or Home Depot and it's like all the light up
Yep.
characters. These people literally bought that and put it in their front yards.
Like the entire setup.
The entire setup, like
My neighborhood's
copy
crazy
paste.
too. They have a contest here for like the best Halloween decorations. So people
It's the
go
best.
crazy and I absolutely love it. But I also am so jealous because right now I'm staring at bins upon bins. I have so many Halloween decorations because I've been obsessed with Halloween for such a long time.
Yeah.
And I feel like the issue with Halloween is that October is such a busy month. And because of my HOA, you can only decorate between the 1st and the 31st. And I've been running around like a crazy person and I have no decorations out. My skeletons are out all year. They're named Billy. All of them are Billy, Billy 1, Billy 2, Billy 3, Billy 4, Billy 5. They're everywhere.
They're
But
clones.
they're clones. It's like the George Foreman kids. Aren't they all named George or something? That's
It's fair.
basically my
Yeah.
skeletons. But I have like very few of my decorations out other than that. And I'm feeling really sad about it. But I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to find time.
It's very difficult. So I will say our life hack, like I don't know if it's that. We have and I don't think you could do this with the HOA, but we have the stick-on LED lights that are our Christmas lights, and they
Yep.
go under your gutters. So we leave them up all year round. This is the third year we've used the set that we've had, and we have not had to replace them at all. You have the remote. It has every color in the rainbow. So guess what? It's Halloween. Boom, they're orange.
It's 4th of July, red, white, and blue.
Red.
That's it.
Bills are on. We put it red and like red, white, and blue. It's and our neighbor across the street was the one that influenced us to do this. So yeah, that's my Halloween decorations.
See,
Orange
our
lights.
HOA won't let us keep the lights up. So I would
Yeah.
have to put them up for Halloween, take them down for the
These
month of
wouldn't work for you.
November. But
They're
maybe I
like
could
stick
sneak
on
them.
ones.
Oh,
You probably wouldn't be able to see them, honestly. Like I'll take a picture of it and send it to you and I'll post it. I'll post the lights for people because if you struggle with how like holiday decor, like putting them up and forgetting about it, and especially in upstate New York, like these are lasting through the winter, through the
that's
cold
amazing.
weather here. So like they're fairly legit, I'd say. So put them up once. Ryan hasn't had to do Christmas lights in 3 years.
Dang, I want to do that. I was just at my girlfriend's house in Chicago. They have one of those 3-story beautiful, like they're not row houses, but they're the traditional Chicago style
Yeah.
house. And you walk in and it's like a Halloween freaking pottery barn
Oh,
paradise. Every orifice is perfectly decorated with spooky, scary. It's a great blend
great.
of both. And I was so inspired leaving her house. And I get just to get
Nothing.
home last night at like midnight, but the inspiration still in my soul is just not
You feel
reached.
it.
Yeah, I feel it. I just haven't done it.
Well, and it's like interesting how, like I was saying, like that the things have changed. Like we didn't really care about Halloween, and I have been holding myself back because we're Christmas people. Like Christmas starts like November 1st for us, and we break for Halloween the 2 days, and then or Thanksgiving, and we're done. But I've been holding back. I'm like, I can't buy stuff. I want to go all out for Christmas. So I'm trying not to buy more decor. And I'm like, we're just going to go on a walk every night to these people's houses. We'll embrace that. And then we'll be the Christmas house,
You
because how do
can
you do it all? Like every holiday, we're about to run into 3 different holidays.
I think it's like over time you start adding to your collection. But the reality for me, like my skeletons transition from Halloween skeletons and then they go on my roof to hang my lights and stuff and I put Christmas
Yep.
hats on them. But that might be a little extra for you if it's not like
Yeah.
Halloween's
But that's
just
not our,
becoming a
yeah.
thing. But I would say like it definitely either you have to have one really good year where you're like, we're going to break the bank, or you just do
Right.
section by section,
I
time
know.
after time. Like I transitioned my Christmas decorations so many times. Like at first you get the leftovers from your parents, right? Like whatever they don't
Yes.
want. And you're like this mishmash of all
Yeah.
this random crap. And then you go like take one good trip to Kirkland's or Home Goods and all this
Target. Yep.
everything. It's thrown
Yeah.
up everywhere. I mean, I've already done my boo baskets. I wanted to be prepared. So I did my boo baskets, my Halloween
Yeah.
costumes. They already changed their mind. So we're changing Halloween costumes. It's fine. I tried to be really prepared this year so that I could do it all.
Yeah.
And I still failed.
Well,
So,
that's the thing, is like you try to prepare for some of it, and like, what's the deal with the boo baskets? Like, it's such a thing now, and I've never gotten a boo basket. Like,
oh,
people don't do that in our neighborhood. Like,
everyone
I
gets booed
I
in the
want
South.
I want the aesthetic like TikTok boo basket that Ryan's supposed to get for me. Like, that's
I
what I
do too.
want.
I'm very jealous.
Like, where's
But
my boo basket?
I will say, start the trend my neighborhood did of booze baskets. So, like, here for the booze kind of thing. And moms will drop baskets off to
Yeah.
each other. I've gotten them, I've given them to others where you put like mini wine bottles, little cute Halloween stuff for the parents who need to be drinking through this
Yes.
season and
Yep.
prepping. Like, if you're going to start something in your neighborhood, if they're not like a boo basket kind of group, start the booze baskets for your fellow
I like
moms.
that. Yeah, it's interesting because we get into this. I think we did an episode, honestly, like before Easter, maybe about Easter baskets or Valentine's Day or something. And I
Oh,
remember I like shared, I was like, I felt so bad the first year I didn't get Jack like a Valentine's Day
hmm
present. And he was like 8 months old. Like, it didn't matter.
it's so
But
crazy.
like, social media makes you feel so bad. And like, now I'm like, wait, I already got them costumes. They bought a talking pumpkin for $40 from Lowe's, and the skeleton, like, I'm not getting them a boo, like, I'm gonna make them a boo basket now too. For what?
I don't make them for my kids. We make them for each other. So like you have to boo
I
someone
agree. I
else.
agree. But
But
everyone does
still,
multiple things. And I'm like, I see all of the different ways on social media. And it's like, yeah, it should be about the parents. It shouldn't be for
yeah.
the kids get enough baskets, and they get to
Screw
go
it.
trick
And
or
they get
treating.
candy. They get
Yeah.
candy. Let's booze each other. But like if you do have to do a boo basket, my suggestion to you is like get the $1 like pumpkin baskets from Target or
Target.
whatever. And
Hmm.
then you can either do Target or Amazon and grab the kits that have lots in them. So like
Yeah.
the bag of erasers that has like 20 erasers, the bag of whatever, so that you
Yeah.
can make multiple baskets with your stuff. And then you could save it for like the next year to make more baskets because once you're booed, you have to boo others. I have 2 kids now. Am I going to get 2 baskets? I don't know. Some people have 3 kids. It becomes so I have
It's
3 baskets,
it's
a pink,
aggressive.
a blue, and an orange one this year. And they're pretty cute, but I did them on a major budget. I didn't spend more than $25 on all 3 together.
Okay, that's reasonable.
And I have leftover for like next year or for
Perfect.
class
You can
because
tuck
I
it
don't
away.
know if we're gonna
Yeah.
have to do this crap for class. But it's definitely a commitment. I'll post some of the stuff that
Yeah,
I got.
give us some inspo for it, because I want to booze people. I want to do like a couple, because I think it would be a fun little tradition to start for sure. But yeah, it's just, there's a lot. Like, you could barely get the decorations out. How are you supposed to get all these baskets for other people? Like, it's just
Yeah,
add it to the schedule. I don't know.
it's fine. I'm gonna have to put it on cozy and then forget about it anyways. It's gonna
I
be
know,
great.
right? It's
I feel like
fine.
it's just such a mess. And then the kids, like last year, I remember being really stressed because I'm gonna totally switch topics to costumes really quick
Yeah, we should.
because families, some people, I'm gonna use my brother and sister-in-law. They are so good at costume. Like I'm a
Yeah.
Halloween person. I love costumes, but all my costumes are weird, weird, weird. So they do these cute family costumes. They always match and they look great. So, but it's because Rachel's very prepared. Like she's really
Yeah.
good. Shout out to you, Rach. Really good at like prepping things early so she's not
Yeah.
scrambling. Like my costumes are always really unique. Like Colton was a chicken one year and I made the costume myself with fat. It was very cute and funny, but it took a lot of effort and it was a last minute go
Right.
because I
Right.
waited till the end. And this year, Colton's already changed his mind once. So he wanted to be Pokemons. I was doing so good. Before
You're like, I
October
got
1st,
it.
ordered his costume. He wanted Daisy to be Jigglypuff or Eevee, ordered her costume. I ordered my Pikachu ears. We were ready to go. Like last week sometime. He's like, yeah, Mom, I really don't want that costume anymore. I want to be aliens. I want to be aliens with the umbrella, with the alien spaceship. So it's not like a basic alien. I can't just go
It's a
find
DIY
it's a
costume.
DIY costume for all of us. And then I've
Yeah.
got my little psycho daughter, to talk about scary, spooky. Daisy is obsessed with Beetlejuice, like not normal obsessed. Like we watch it twice a day. She wakes
Yes.
up in the middle of the night asking for Beetle. She has her Beetlejuice stuffed animal. It's probably the scariest stuffed animal I've ever seen in my life. In addition to him, now she's sleeping with a hard 3 skeleton candelabra. But back to Beetlejuice. So I bought her a Beetlejuice outfit and Beetlejuice bows.
Yep.
And I want to do a cute family costume. And my mom's like, just let her be Beetle. The kid thinks she's Beetlejuice. Let her be Beetlejuice. So
There you
screw it.
go. We're
Daisy's
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. We're gonna be alien Beetlejuices.
Well,
I
that's
don't know
where
what to
it's
say.
like, yeah, like at some point the family costume's not going to make sense, and we'll fact check this eventually. I don't think Ryan and I will ever like dress up. Like I think that
What?
I I don't dress.
Katie.
What am I going to be? They're being
You were
Spidey
never
and
a slutty
Spin.
bumblebee. You were never a slutty bumblebee in college. You never were the Flintstones, a slutty Bam
Honestly, I
Bam.
don't even remember my costumes in college. I should really look that up because I was like, I don't care. Like I was probably a soccer player. Like honestly, I probably wore my jersey or something out.
Katie,
Like it was so lame.
come on, man. This year,
You
Jordan and
know,
I,
I wasn't like, I don't know, like my
you
friends
were
did,
at the
but like
bars. You were at the
I was at the
bars
bars, but I
in
wasn't,
your
I don't remember what
stilettos,
it was.
freezing in some costume. But no, you're in your
Yeah,
soccer
I looked
uniform.
like a 6'2" giant probably if I had stilettos on and they'd be like,
Yeah,
but
I
like
remember being in
scary.
basically underwear and a tank, like a
I
crop.
can't wait.
I can't.
I have to share this. I hope I can find a picture. So one year before Ryan and I got together, him and his roommate they were firemen as like, what song was it that's like has the sound like of the
The Little Wayne
police?
costume or Little
Yeah.
Wayne song. Wee
Yeah.
wee
Yes.
wee.
Fireman. Yes. Yes.
Like
Thank
a
you.
cop car. That
Um,
one.
all right, so I think it's that one, but they dressed up as firemen and wore suspenders and the little kid like fire hats to the
Yes.
bars. I pray I can find a picture. I don't think he'll let me share it anyway, but I don't remember what I was in for Halloween.
My friend's the best guy costume I ever saw was one of our friends was a giant like an egg and the guys were all a bunch of sperm. And they were
Amazing.
like, it was really fantastic. And they would just like run into him all night at the bar.
Yep.
But I've won a lot of costume contests. Even in my adult age, I recently won a
This is
costume
like
contest.
your area to thrive.
Yeah,
Not so much mine.
Jordan and I have a wedding that is Halloween themed, and you have to go in costume. So Jordan is
Oh
being
my gosh.
Elphaba, wig,
Okay.
dress, cape, everything. And
Jordan's into it too.
yeah, and I'm going to be Glinda. It's going to be really good.
Awesome. That's like the other thing is if you're both into it, it's easier. But like if you're not,
He was
like,
never into it before me. I think he just doesn't have a choice. And
you fixed him to.
yeah, he's been a girl a lot of times. So I don't know if I should be concerned. One year we did Bachelorette and he was the Bachelorette. And we were all the girls. And then one of our
Yep.
friends was the cop stripper. He was a guy. It was one of my favorite costumes too. But like we always hosted the Halloween party, like the big Halloween party, the progressive. And then
Yep.
we had kids and it got a little more challenging. You know, you can't just be doing Jello shots until 3 a.m. when
On
you
a
have 2 kids.
Wednesday. Like, yeah. I have never posted on Instagram a Halloween picture of mine.
Are you kidding me?
The most I have on here was a USA themed, it must have been a mixer for like our soccer team, and I'm in a camo vest and jeans with a bandana.
Listen, before you turn like, I don't know, we're gonna throw a party. We're gonna throw a party and you're gonna have to
This is
dress up.
amazing.
I'm
Yeah,
forcing you.
I honestly don't remember dressing up, but like, all right, so am I gonna go spend $50 on a grown up like ghost spider costume to match my kids? I get that some people are doing that. Does Daisy want to be on the podcast?
She does want to be on the podcast. She's a
I
sad girl.
oh.
Hmm. Bye. Guess what she's
Kiss.
wearing as we're talking about this. Guess what?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Something Beetlejuice.
She went to dance in her tutu and Beetlejuice bows.
Amazing.
Yep.
I will say, so Ryan's always dressed up, but like it's the teacher
Yeah,
role.
he's a
like,
teacher. I feel like you would be all like the very hungry caterpillar. What's fourth grade into? Like Among Us or something.
Gosh, I know. Well, he usually like the schools now like pick a theme.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like last year, I think it was Aladdin was the theme. And then like all the kids, you're supposed to dress up as that theme, but all the teachers definitely do that theme because it's not like Halloween. It's like a dress up day.
Oh,
like,
yes.
you can't have Halloween, like whatever it is.
Let's talk about school dress up though. Like they can't wear masks. They can't like so half the costumes they can't wear. And then the kids in Colton's class, you got to ask Ryan about this. I'm sorry, tune me down if you're listening with kids. Gonna be inappropriate. Minecraft is such a hot thing right now, but the creepers look like little dicks. They look like they really do. They're very phallic in nature.
I don't know everything. I got to look it up.
Look
what
up
are they?
Creeper, a Minecraft creeper. And if it doesn't remind you of a phallic symbol, you're lying. And I see kids, I'll never forget, Jordan and I were in the airport and some kid was playing with one like on his lap and flinging it around and like we had a couple drinks and just, but they all want to dress up as this wiener. And I'm like, no, we are not doing this.
No,
this
it definitely it has balls.
It has balls.
Yeah.
And a head. I mean, it's not appropriate. So half the kids are running around school looking like dicks.
Man. Yeah, it is like, it's so hard with all the rules for school. Like we just got the one for preschool. We got a little note saying like, because of course it's like, make sure your kid can go to the bathroom. So like now I have to train Jack to like take on and off his costume if he wants to wear it. Cause it's a one piece Spidey thing. But I didn't think about that when he did it. I think he'll be able to get it off and do it, or I'll just send him in a pull-up that day.
Yeah, right. Just forget it.
But I want him to wear his costume. Like, am I supposed to go buy out another costume to like fit both? Like, no.
Or like Daisy's school is costume day, right? And she's going to be Beetlejuice. And I feel a little weird sending her as Beetlejuice to her Christian preschool.
I know.
But they've already seen her Beetlejuice doll and they're very non-judgmental. So I think it'll be fine. But I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if we have multiple parties, I do have multiple costumes. And I have I have bins of like
you have backups.
I have backups. I'm on it, so it makes it different. So I would spend the money, but I like to be different. So I always have to make it more difficult for myself. So like
you can't rewear a costume.
Colton wants me to be an alien. So I have to like do it. I'm not going to wear a green bodysuit. Like, not
you should.
This mom Bob don't want to do that right now. So I got to find like a cute, so I've got a Pinterest board of alien stuff. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's already the 9th and I'm traveling for half the month. So I might end up being like a t-shirt alien. Who knows?
Yeah. That's what I end up doing. Ryan's notorious for letting me know the theme of this year's Halloween, like literally 3 days before. And then I end up having to pull my Cricut out and go to Michael's, get the $2 shirt and then Cricut something onto it.
At least you're talented enough to do it.
I got the resources. I just don't have the time. Like, if he tells me it 3 days before, I'm going to be like, no, like, it's not happening this year. Like,
use a permanent marker. Good luck.
Draw a smash. Like, that's it. But then I feel bad because I'm like, I would want my teacher to dress up. So I always am like, you got to do it. Like, you got to lean into it and be fun. But
that's a whole nother like complexity. Like a teacher, like now you got to worry about him making the other kids happy. And then you got to think about like appropriateness, rules, all that stuff. And I think too, like we talk about like, so now you're trick-or-treating with your kids. I remember going with my dad. My dad and my best friend's dad always took us trick-or-treating. The most embarrassing year, we didn't have enough friends to be the 5 Spice Girls, so it was just 3 Spice Girls. But we always went with him until I got into high school. I'll never forget the first time I asked like trick-or-treat by myself. So like now it's the concept of kids are trick-or-treating by themselves earlier and earlier. Yeah. And then there's I'm scared for them to do that. So what age is appropriate? And then on top of that, candy. Like
what time do you let them go trick-or-treating? Like,
well, it starts here in this neighborhood at like 4:30. But I'm not even done with
Some people,
work.
I know, it's like, what? And then I get like, it gets darker. So you like, we're going to want to take the little kids earlier while it's still light. So that's like 5:30. And like, I'm like with you, we grew up like going in. Did you go in your neighborhood? Did
Yes.
people like your friends came and like
Yes.
went in
And
your
we all
neighborhood?
went together.
So growing up, my neighborhood, we live on like a busy street. There's no side, like it wasn't, we
Oh.
didn't trick or treat at our house. We would always go somewhere, which was fine. We'd go to like a family friends and there'd be a big group, and my dad and our family friend, they'd have the wagon with the cooler and like walk around the neighborhood. We'd go for hours, like, and do it that way. But then when I don't remember going by myself till like high school.
Yeah, I didn't go by myself to high school. My dad,
Yeah.
there was a point where they'd let us like go ahead of them and stuff. But high school is when I
Hmm.
first went like alone. And I remember too, like it wasn't a thing back then, but like now I think I might do this. I did this 1 year before, but with the kids. I love Halloween so much. Like I have such bad FOMO. I don't want to miss trick or treating with them.
Yeah.
But also I'm very envious of the houses or like the parts of neighborhood that have the block parties and they have the
Yeah.
big tables and they give out jello shots to the adults and
Right.
they have like food and they just hang out in one location. So I think this year I am very much contemplating trying to get a group of people together to do that and allowing Jordan to take the kids by themselves and then like
Yep.
coming back and having like it be more of like a fun thing, but I still am having
You want to
FOMO in my
go.
head.
I'm with you because my mom never walked around with us. That I
Mine either.
remember, she would always hang back, or if she did, it would be like the close area, and then they'd go back to the house and they'd hand out the candy. Which, like, I get both sides of it. Like, Dad, you're up. Like, go take it out, and I'll relax. But then it's like I want to watch them go up there, and I want to walk around and drink a beer and like you
Yeah.
know
So I've never
watch it
handed out
happen.
candy. So like my parents always stay at my house
I
and hand out
know.
candy. But I'm like, what if I went for an hour with the kids, like had fun?
Yeah.
Like last year we went to a friend's house, we had drinks, and then we all went with all of our kids. And that was Colton was an orca last year. Interesting. But it was really fun to do all together.
Yeah.
But it's just tough with the littler one. Like you're gonna have Calvin too and
Oh,
Jack. So
I
it's just
know.
it's like I don't know.
We're we're debating. We're gonna definitely go out for a while. Jack's gonna want to go for it this year. Like, he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna want to go till his basket's full, which is fine. Like, let's do it. But yeah, Cal's not gonna last the whole time walking up and down driveways in that. And if it's cold, like, I don't know. That's something else that we always have to worry about, is like
Oh
what the
yeah.
weather is gonna be here. Like,
Well, you spend so much money on a costume and you put a jacket over it
yeah,
because it's
and it's like,
freezing. Here it's
at
fine, it's
least
hot.
the ones I got are, it's Spider-Man and the spin, the like from Spidey, and they're at least long sleeves underneath. The best thing I can't wait for is in another week or so, we're gonna meet up with Michelle and Ricky and Mateo, and Mateo's gonna be Hulk. And
That
these
is so
costumes have like the
cute.
fake muscles in it. It's so freaking cute.
They're gonna be so cute.
It's so cute. So he's even part of, Jack dictated the costume. So it is
Yeah,
on theme. So we
yeah,
got a
I feel great
theme,
about
you
that.
know.
You guys are doing great.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna like walk around. We're trying to get some people to come to our neighborhood because, like like all the decorations and stuff, they give out full candy bars at both places that have all the big decor.
Hell yeah. So you gotta go do that. And then like there's also all the other I don't know why I signed up for this. I'm an idiot. Like there's like the trunk or treat. Do you guys do trunk or treats yet?
So we did one last year and I regretted it.
I've done it for Colton like twice, but I didn't think I'd be able to do it this year because after school care, like I didn't think the big kids could do it,
Yeah.
but they can. So of course I signed up for it because I want to do it. So now I
Are
have to pick
you
a
like
theme.
you're like a booth to like give out stuff? Yeah, I didn't do. We went and like participated. We didn't like sign up for a thing.
But like if we're aliens, I'm gonna have to do like a spaceship UFO theme and like all that
Oh, you
stuff.
just added a ton more to your plate.
I have PJ Masks stuff. If you ever want to do a PJ Masks one, we were a PJ
We like
Masks
PJ
one one
Masks right
year.
now.
But like that's something fun that I like to do and I'll probably do until I can't. And
Yep.
then I also really like Boo at the Zoo. I don't know if you guys do that where the kids
We
get to dress up.
have, I forget what it's called here, but there is something through the next 2 weeks or so. They do like, it's like a fall fest, but with trick or treating and stuff.
Yeah. It's
Um,
so cute.
we'll definitely have to go because we have the zoo pass, so we should go. I would assume it's
Yes.
covered by the zoo pass. I
Mine
don't know.
isn't. I have to buy tickets still, even though I'm a
I'm not
member.
going if I have to buy tickets.
It's worth it because it's really fun. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not. I mean, Jack would probably really like it.
He would. He loves it. Calvin's making we're at the point where he's making animal noises now. So
Perfect.
it's really good. Um, yeah, there's just so many things that go into Halloween now that the kids are like wanting to go out and do that. Last year we went out early and like walked our circle, which is like 15 houses. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
underestimating. It's, not huge, but we went and did that. And then like a bedtime usually is like during the height of trick or treating. And Cal was like an infant last year
Yeah.
still. So like we both were kind of like doing separate bedtimes at that point. So I put candy out on the front porch. These little teenagers now, you can't trust them to do
It's the whole
anything.
thing.
They literally did. Someone knocked it over that because I put it like out so no one had to come up on the porch. Like I put it out in our walkway.
Mm-hmm.
One kid dumped it over, left it. So I like went out and fixed it, put everything back, and then the next kid like took the whole thing. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Be
And we get
nice.
a lot of trick or treat. Like you have a big neighborhood too. Like
Yeah.
we get a lot. I bought like Aldi candy, which it's still good candy, but like it's the best deal I can find. I already spent $45 and I don't think I have enough.
I'm gonna have to go get some still. And I was like, but if I buy it now, this is my other problem. My husband is like a candy
I
holic. He
know.
doesn't like sweets,
We're
but
gonna
he
eat
loves
half of it.
candy. So then I buy it. It's gone between him and my dad sneaking in there to get it, and then I have to buy it again. So I gotta wait till the very end when it's all like picked over.
Yep.
But I'm debating like I want to be a good house, but I also like I could do like probably pretzels or
Don't be
booty
that
pop,
house.
but I'm not going to be that house.
No, we want candy.
No.
We want Snickers
Yeah.
bars and Reese's. That's what Twix is
Twix.
good. Twix is good.
The fun
Yeah.
size Twix I love, and I so like I'll definitely buy those. But also I really enjoy when people scare the crap out of my kids, like
Yep.
and hide on the porch. Like we've had some houses that have
Oh,
done an incredible job, like the night of. At one point, one of my bosses, who was a great friend, she did a haunted house in her garage every Halloween.
wow.
And one year was Twilight themed, and I got to be in a casket and pop out at the kids with my vampire teeth. It was great. I loved it so much.
You should pick up a second job at like a fright night or something.
That's my dream job. Okay. To be like just for a season, to be one of those people. I'm very scared of chainsaws, so I don't like that one. But any other costume, like the creepy girl in the corner of the haunted house, or
yes, you should
grabbing
go do that.
people on the thing.
That would be a good second job for you.
Yeah, maybe I should like invest my time into that because I think I'd really, really like that. Scaring the crap out of people.
Way too much.
Yeah,
but it's there's a lot. So between boo baskets, hopefully you guys have your kids' costumes picked out. Hopefully you have candy in the works for what you're going to give out. What else is on the checklist here before Halloween?
I think survival. I think surviving the season and having fun. Trying to find time.
Trying not to have your kids be sick.
Yes, because Laura in the hospital, we've done that. I think that the biggest thing is like trying to find time to make it fun. Like if you do too many things, I always feel like I'm not having fun then, and it's my favorite holiday. So trying not to stress myself out too much. So
pick one or two
something.
things. Yeah,
pick something. Do it that brings you joy, and don't overwhelm yourself.
Right.
We're already overwhelmed.
I know. All right. Well, hopefully you guys share with us your trick-or-treating stories and what your kids want to be versus what you actually let them be. Because I feel like the older they get, the more either inappropriate or that. So please share your stories with us because we all need a good laugh. But I think it's time for us to clock out and clock back into the 9 to 5.
Bye, everyone.